I am no stranger to making people uncomfortable. I've made people uncomfortable my whole life, whether it be because I'm gay, whether it was because of my voice, my height, or as like now in my life, my directness. I've always made people uncomfortable, and I've always closely observed what people choose to do with their discomfort. Usually, people do one of two things. They either stay silent about their discomfort and they just ignore it, or they actively bully the people making them uncomfortable by ostracizing them, humiliating them publicly, or basically treating them like they are nothing. Well, now that I've gotten older and I've observed how fellow adults deal with discomfort, there is a third way that they deal with their uncomfortableness, and that third way is weaponizing their discomfort as a means to shame other people with it in order to keep them silent about very relevant social issues happening now. And I'm saying this because recently I had a person make a comment about how my directness when it comes to my sexual orientation and my activism makes them uncomfortable. And immediately, in my mind, I was like, okay, why are you uncomfortable? And they went along and said, well, it's because there are so many LGBT people out there who don't even need to talk about it, but you choose to, and it's just uncomfortable because you could just be normal like everyone else. Well, of course, you know me, I was like, well, one, what is normal? Two, why shouldn't an LGBT person talk about things affecting them? And three, if your discomfort is bothering you, then why aren't you asking yourself why you're uncomfortable? And see, this is something that really gets to me. People will try to silence others by taking their discomfort and shaping it as though it's some sort of reason for those people to not speak out about things that they're passionate about. Keep in mind, this can go the other way around. Like, if somebody else is talking about something that makes me uncomfortable, instead of shaming them for it, I ask myself, okay, well, why am I uncomfortable with this? Okay? And usually, after I resolve that discomfort, I find some way to engage that other person in conversation and maybe try to understand them better or try to speak against their points, or to create some sort of mutual education between myself and the other individual. This doesn't always happen with those who are uncomfortable about LGBT types of conversations. And what really baffles me is that some of these statements come from other people within the LGBTQ community. So the point that I would really like to make to those people is, if you're uncomfortable about another person talking about LGBT-related topics, then you really need to ask yourself what insecurity is lying within you that is causing you to feel that discomfort, because it's not my fault that you're uncomfortable. It's, in a way, your own fault because there is some sort of deep insecurity about those topics that make you not want to be receptive to them at all. So, I guess my advice is to people out there, if you are the type of person who tries to weaponize your own discomfort, please be aware of it and understand that sometimes when you do that, it can be very divisive and damaging toward marginalized individuals who have to do nothing but fight to be heard. And if you are a person like myself who is handling people who are uncomfortable with the topics you discuss, don't get angry at them, don't lash out at them. Use it as a moment to educate. Ask them, okay, you're uncomfortable. Why are you uncomfortable about this? Let's resolve that first, and then we can have a conversation about the topic. Those are just my thoughts on that. I have been very intrigued by this cropping up lately, not only within the community of gay men, but in the community at large. The whole point is we all deserve to be heard. And if I'm uncomfortable about something, I'm not going to use my discomfort to shame someone else into silence. Because if I'm feeling something, it's my responsibility to own my emotion, understand where it's coming from, and learn how to not let it harm other people. Anyway, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and check out my outro for links to other videos and playlists. Thanks. You have a great rest of your night.